The F-14 Tomcat evolved from the need for a high-speed, long-range interceptor capable of defending U.S. Navy carrier groups. Developed in the late 1960s, it was designed to replace the F-4 Phantom, featuring variable swept wings for agility at different speeds, and the powerful AIM-54 Phoenix missile system for long-range engagements. Entering service in the early 1970s, the F-14 proved its worth in Cold War air patrols and later in combat, particularly with the United States Navy and Iran. Over time, upgrades improved its avionics, weapons, and engines, but by the early 2000s, rising maintenance costs and the introduction of newer, multi-role fighters like the F-18 Super Hornet led to its retirement. Despite this, the F-14 remains one of the most iconic and beloved fighter jets in history, cemented in popular culture through the role of Tom Cruise in Top Gun and its unmatched presence in naval aviation. The F-14 Tomcat comes from a long lineage of U.S. Navy fighter jets designed for air superiority and fleet defense. Its roots trace back to the F-111B, a naval variant of the General Dynamics F-111 that was ultimately deemed too heavy and unsuitable for carrier operations. Learning from the F-111B's failure, Grumman developed the F-14, incorporating variable swept wings, advanced radar, and the powerful AIM-54 missile system. It was influenced by the earlier Navy fighters like the F-4 Phantom II, inheriting its multi-role capabilities, but vastly improving its agility and long-range interception. The F-14 successors, particularly the F-18 Super Hornet, carried on the role of carrier-based air superiority, though lacking the same long-range missile capability. Despite being retired in the U.S., the F-14's legacy continues, especially in Iran, where it remains in service due to extensive modifications. The main competitor to the F-14 Tomcat was during its service life was the Soviet MiG-25 Foxbat. Designed as a high-speed interceptor, the MiG-25 was built to counter American bombers and reconnaissance aircraft, boasting extreme speeds over Mach 2.8 and high-altitude capabilities, while the F-14 was more versatile with variable swept wings for superior maneuverability and the long-range AIM-54 Phoenix missiles. The MiG-25 prioritized speed and altitude over dogfighting ability. In direct combat, the Tomcat's AN/AWG-9 radar and advanced weapon system gave it an edge in beyond visual range engagements, while its ability to be agile allowed it to perform well in close-range fights. However, later Soviet aircraft like the MiG-29 and the Su-27 were designed with greater maneuverability and advanced avionics, challenging the F-14's dominance as the Cold War progressed. Though it never engaged in direct combat with Soviet forces, the F-14 saw action in conflicts like the Iran-Iraq War, where Iranian Tomcats battled Iraqi MiGs, and later in the U.S. operations such as the Gulf War and air patrols over the Middle East. Even after the Cold War, the F-14 played a key role in conflicts like Operation Enduring Freedom, before being retired in 2006, marking the end of an era in modern combat aviation. The main purchasers of the F-14 Tomcat were the United States Navy and Iran. The U.S. Navy operated the F-14 from the 1970s until its retirement in 2006, using it primarily for fleet defense, air superiority, and later as a precision strike platform. Iran was the only foreign customer, acquiring 79 F-14 before the Iranian Revolution. After the revolution, U.S. support was cut off, but Iran managed to keep its F-14s flying through reverse engineering and smuggled parts. Today, Iran remains the last country that still operates the F-14, maintaining and upgrading the aircraft despite decades without official support. The F-14 Tomcat became an aviation icon, thanks largely to its starring role in the 1986 film Top Gun, where Tom Cruise's character Maverick flew the jet in thrilling dogfight sequences. The film showcased the F-14's sleek design, powerful engine with dramatic variable swept wings, cementing its status as one of the most recognizable fighter jets in history. Decades later, in Top Gun Maverick 2022, The Tomcat made a surprising return with Maverick commandeering an old F-14 in a daring escape, highlighting the aircraft's lasting appeal. Despite being retired from U.S. service, the F-14's role in both films reinforced his legacy as one of the most beloved and cinematic fighter jets ever built.